Here we go. Hello there, thanks for joining me. I am AV Storyteller and this is my Let's Play Something a Little Random, in this case Noire. Now we're going to jump back into the detective gumshoes of Cole Phelps, and I really want to talk a bit about the last two cases because they don't smell right, and yeah, and in between cases I had a chance to think about this. Anyway, so let's jump back into the game, start the music up, and I won't go into all those details right now. I'll wait for an appropriate quiet time during the next mission. So I think it's going to be the silk stocking murders, it said just at the very end of last session, just before we ended. So I'm hoping it's going to start off from the very beginning there. We'll see. So the last mission was the butterfly brooch murder, or the butterfly murder. Silk stocking murder. Okay, let's watch this very closely. Oh, detective hat.
Ah, fellas. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Finbar. That's Rusty Galloway. And that's the captain who loves the sound of his own voice.
Just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiends first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Yeah.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you
And the
lose
Henry Muller case is hokey as well.
Happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the like of another. Get out there and catch me loose.
Investigate downtown crime scene. Now, just before we jump into the car here, because I know Finbar here, Rusty Galloway, is going to have some chat regarding the new case. Oh, I just realised that the picture blue light reducer on my monitor I've turned down to maximum, so let's just bring that back up. I can see clearly now. Yeah, Mendez, the first suspect arrested for the death of Celine Henry, he just conveniently had the murder weapon and bloody clothes in his flat. So if he was the murderer, then he couldn't have possibly killed Celine, no, Deidre Henry.
We waiting for?
Christmas. So either Mendez wasn't the killer, and so we arrested an innocent man, and that it was this Henry, that we've just arrested this Henry Muller in the butterfly case murder. But again, that was another case of, we had the murder weapons, the rope, the crowbar, his bloody overalls in a car which, according to the evidence, we are to believe that he drove himself and parked at the school for anyone to find and to open up, which is ridiculous. So again, it's another orgy of evidence of, yeah, this is the killer. So obviously, and that's get me to the ranking system of this game. So obviously, well, it occurs to me that these people are perfectly innocent, and they're both being set up by someone. So lots of questions as to what connects these two women together. Why would if it is the same killer, what makes them, what relates them? I mean, because certainly in the red lipstick murder, there was no mention of Henry Muller, the guy we just captured. Right? There was no indication that he was anywhere near that woman, near that case. So what the real killer is setting up these other guys for the crimes he's committing, for reasons unknown. But what connects these women together? What is the connection? They don't seem to be working at the same place. There's no evidence that they even knew each other. The only connection so far is that they were both married.
Hey,
And
get moving.
they both had disruptive family lives. But here's another thing regarding the I got a very routine 2 or 3 star score for the last case, and that was obviously because police captain, wanted the other character, Eli Rodney, the paedophile, to be given the rap for this murder. So the rating system is not a measure of working the evidence, producing the fact, doing a great report, and doing great police work. It's a goddamn popularity contest with the captain of the police. So if you make him happy, regardless of whether you're actually arresting the right man and doing the evidence, you get a good score. Which, if you think of it that way, that's pretty cool. You could argue, well, okay, that sounds more realistic to life. It's not about getting the right man. It's about getting your superior who are responsible for your career and you progressing in the world. That's what the stars reflect. They're the ones that decide whether or not you get a promotion or not. And in last mission, Rusty Galloway was all for framing Eli Rodney for a crime he didn't commit, the murder. And if the police are that corrupt and willing to just arrest other people on trumped up charges, it's no wonder that Colonel Mendez, the first guy that we arrested, fled the scenes when he came home to find 2 police detectives in his apartment. Anyway, let's check the map. So we need to figure out what is connecting these women together. Are they completely random, or is it what's the motive? Do they know each other? Is there some kind of social justice warrior trying to prove a point? Or they all got keys to a hidden treasure chest somewhere? I don't know, what is it? What's going on here? It's a crime scene. Okay, so that's all set up. I went far too long into that. I should have kept on driving. Murder victim. So... And the women seem to be roughly the same age, where they're like all both in their 40s. And they weren't sexually molested, according to the coroner. Series of alleys, back alley. But it does seem roughly... Oh, I was trying to go to the map there, and it's... Is it going to go there? Yeah. Yeah, it's still this top part of the map where our killer is working. I would like to back out now. Okay, let's see what Rusty has to say for himself this time.
You have the address?
The alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky. Most guys were killed around a case so close to their death.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of fruit whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, folks.
Yeah, someone really don't care that how close they're murdering these women to the police station. Oh, hello. Ah, turn around. The tram was coming right at me. It should have dodged. Paintwork, paintwork, paintwork. I wish there was an indicator of distance on this little map as well, so I know if it's 1 kilometer or 1,000 kilometers. I'm just doing a bit of slight street renovating there. I'm going to write that up that it was unsafe and was carefully demolished by professionals. Ah, it's above me. We're coming from below, he'll never suspect it.
This is 11K. We'll handle the 415.
Ah, man. Get out the car, we're taking the stairs. Right, move it, Tubby.
You wait. 5 years from now, all our jobs will be done by robots.
Done by robot. Go on. Oh, come on. There's no jump button in this game. He either vault something or he does not.
Why don't you come on out, Jimmy? I won't let them hurt you. Not my honey boy.
I told you not to call me that, woman. Now shut the hell up.
You shut the hell up.
That the lady of the house?
It's a nice story. 2 old lovebirds just moved in together, but they had a falling out and chased her across the yard with a 12 gauge.
Right, out of the movies. Oh. So they had an argument. Oh, come on. So we're just gonna like murder the guy. Right, okay, now he's killed the cop. Vault the fence. What? That was only going to end one way. Ah, thanks for bringing the car back up. How far away are we now? Right, let me just check that everything is recording properly. Yeah, it appears so. Okay. I think I'll let Rusty just do the drive and just get us there.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Nah, got 15 experience points for that. Interesting looking at the advertisements on the wall. Subway terminal, Chinatown. We haven't been to Chinatown yet, I don't think. Broadway, Hollywood. Oh, if we can get a scene from the Untouchables down at Central Station or something like that, that would be awesome. Crime scene, 1 PM.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker.
Cause of death is pretty apparent. You tell me best wait for you when you're ready.
So, Kiss the Blood.
Kiss the Blood, BD.
Okay. Again with the lipstick. Oh, something in her hand.
Only 21 years old. Why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
Date of birth. July 7th, 1926. Maybe it's the date. What's important? 21 years ago. Well, that makes her massively different in age from the other women. Again, the ring. Come on, zoom in. I mean, that looks nasty. He's not commenting on it, but...
Another wedding ring torn from the finger.
Oh, that right down to the bone.
Fingernails.
No skin. Well, at least he commented on that this time. Again, nails are broken in an identical manner.
Lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
And with the blood splat there as well. Lacerations on the neck. That's a huge amount of strength for the rope to do that. This one looks like it might have been dead for a bit while longer, unless it's an incredibly hot day, hence the flies.
The Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
Best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a cop.
Strangled, battered.
Yeah. We know the MO. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Well, in that cartel brand we already discovered. Come on. Bloody stocking.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious. Okay. The cans of cigarettes. So. Is he going to get sloppy as he gets more kills? More confident? Just click and see if anything comes up. Slick Mister. Fairly. There's a lot of windows, unless this is an office building. Oh, didn't realise you shouted me. Okay, well, C can wait for the time being. Again, lots of blood splatter, like he's moved the body.
Antonia. Same as the library card.
And the bloody door. Oh, they haven't mentioned the library card. Oh, he vanished. No, can't go through there. So, whoa. More blood, more blood. Oh my god, it goes on forever. that? Deodorant powder. Whose car is that? Is this the victims? No, it's the police. More blood, more blood, more blood. God. Woman's shoe.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
Well, she was dressed up nice, it would suggest. She wouldn't have put her bloody shoe in the waste, in the rubbish. So some random passerby did, or it was the murderer. Oh. Before I follow that, I want to go back and check out that clue C. It looks like she was wounded and being chased, and he finally got her there, like got her real badly there. There's a blood splatter on the door. Back of the head, which would be suggestive that's why the hat came off. There's no... there's a footprint. Alright, that's just leading to the...
Follow the trail.
She must have been screaming and making a lot of noise, you would have thought. I suppose if it's, these are all work, industrial offices, there's no one here at night except for maybe a single security guard. Tyler's Bourbon. Kind of just checking for the exit of the murderer. Any clues after he's killed her? When did he come on foot? Or did he have a vehicle? No blood on it. It's not zooming in on the make either, so I can't really see. What is that? Union Station. What, as in a Union train station or Union bus station? Still, it's must be a very popular place. Lots of people, lots of crowds. Let's follow the rest of this blood trail. I'm going to actually... can we speak to the common more?
Can we discuss this later?
Okay. Let me just check that ticket again. Antonia. What's your surname? Oh, is that your surname? Something 66. Public library.
Find anything interesting?
So matchbox. Just checking up here in case anything was thrown. It's a toaster. Looks like an old-fashioned toaster. I'm trying to see if there's anything on the roof. I guess even if it's not clues of the murderer, if there's clues suggestive that there was a witness, that would be helpful as well. So she's already injured.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
Oh, it's a muzzy ring. For camping, you light it and it slowly burns around like a really slow burning Catherine wheel, and the smoke that comes off, mosquitoes and bugs, biting bugs don't like it and they leave you alone. Hello, what's this? Go on, zoom.
House keys strung up like bait on a hook.
And while bloody, she went over there and pulled it there, or it was already there.
That's got to be a code or a
Dominoes.
cipher.
253 10. I can't rotate it, it's not doing anything. Or maybe because it's right across the fold of the page, maybe you should only count the top. So it would be 132 and then 121, something like that, I don't know.
You think he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
Where are you taking us?
So the way I'm reading this is going back in time. Like all these blood trails is her trying to get away from the killer until that point at the far end when she finally gets killed, rather than the killer is leaving a trail of her blood forward in time, like he's come back this way. Check the handprint. Is that male or female? What's the size of the fingers in between? Oh, what's going on there? Oh, something on the floor there. No. Oh, I thought there was. Pigeons. Oh, now blood trail continues over there. Mrs. A. MacDonald. So is it Antonia MacDonald?
Where is all of this meant to be taking us?
And is the thing we found on the floor, was that what was inside?
He wants us to find these things. He left them for us. There you go, Phelps. You got a new MO. I told you. Yeah.
Oh, you're so
Getting more confident.
No. Any more? Any more? No. Oh, that's just taking me back there. So I'm thinking this from the point of view that she's bleeding and she's being chased, but maybe that's not right. Got a makeup kit.
Enameled and gold plated. This was precious to her.
And just randomly dropped out of her handbag. If this is supposed to be the killer after the event, so he's like dragging all this blood back with him, why would the letter, the contents of the letter, be found before the envelope? It would be the other way around. You would find the empty envelope first and then the letter. So this, I'm still thinking this is going back in time, not forward in time.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance?
Although that makes no sense now. What the hell? Is Rusty just falling off? He must have just fell off. Well. So, but the placing of the blood would suggest this has happened after the murder. So she was drove in because there's no blood leading to her arriving there. If this is leading away, she was drove in, killed, or she was already killed, and then he walks away, leaving this trail. Is this not blood but red paint?
Looks as though the killer was decorating with this.
Or is that pig's blood?
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Antonia Maldonado. Very interesting. The tastiest ketchup in tune. Nice looking burger, actually. Just pickled fruit market.
All these cops?
Is
Someone gonna tell us what the hell is going on?
let's have a quick check. Item belonging to female murder victim scattered around the crime scene by the killer. Blood trail. Dab with brush and bucket on building surrounding murder site. Small key map with the number 5. Or map. Just her residence and the coroner's at a later point. How are we doing for time? Okay. So, Antonio residence, let's go there.
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him? Whoa there!
Yeah, because you've been right about the husbands twice all the time.
I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway, but doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
He's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting it.
I'm sure.
Oh, you're straight into the driveway. Boarding house. So you can have a bed without a room. How much for a room without a bed?
Wait just a moment. I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPenta, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor.
Parlor, no less.
Swap your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this one.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am. Hey, Cole, get moving.
So the first door on the left, did she say? Number 5. Oh, that's the key that was found. So he broke in and took her from her room.
Someone's turned the place over.
The smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
Yeah, because if he had the key, he wouldn't need to break in. So he must have broke in, then got the key later.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. I wonder where it was taken from.
It looks like it's a gate post, fence post. I'll go back in first. Antonio, further to my previous correspondence of August the 7th, I am writing to inform you that your petition to the Superior Court of the State of California has been accepted. And a court date scheduled. Your case, docket number 8 at 98765. I'm just thinking back to the code letter. Will be heard on September 17th. I am told that your husband,
Okay, we have an address.
Angel Christopher Maldonado, residing at 304-330 North Hill Street, Los Angeles, California, has been served with the official papers and is on notice to appear at the Central District Court on the above day. So we've got another Trouble in Paradise couple here. Though it is not essential, and many women in your position choose not to do so, I would advise you also appear at the Central District Court on the scheduled date. In my experience, a woman's plaintiffs present in cases like this can do much to influence proceedings. If your husband does not appear on September the 11th, which you have told me is likely, then it can only help our chances. Frederick D. Tattersall. So Deirdre Henry was an alcoholic. She constantly had arguments with her mechanic husband. Wasn't happy with her lot in life. Deirdre Henry, they had the daughter. The story was that
waiting for?
Christmas. he had a violent temper. I can't remember the reason why he got violent. Did he just wake up one morning and go, I think I'm just going to be violent today? It's not provoked or anything. I can't remember, I need to check the logs. Charm bracelet,
Charm
photograph.
bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
So she's getting... I wonder what this... Is it a divorce proceedings? I'm just picking up the same thing again. Is that a packet of cigarettes in the sink? No. Some kind of cologne or something. I'm trying to find where that pry bar, for want of a better description, came from. Would have been nice if we had size 8 shoe footprints. Okay, let's see what Rusty has to say, if anything.
I'm at a loss.
Oh, you said that too quietly. Yeah, so let's go speak to the boarding house owner and see if she knows anything. I wonder if she ever met the husband.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, Detective. I'll do my best.
Barbara Lapenti. Blue eyes, brown hair, 62 female. Let's see. Evidence of break-in, breakdown of marriage. Evidence of break-in, movement of victim, possible subject. So, certainly breakdown of marriage seems to be what's a connection between all these victims.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
So she's getting divorced at the age of 21. At what age did they get married? You distracted me there, Rusty. Who might want to have her? Okay, well, we'll just assume that seems straight up. So we'll say yes, that sounds like the truth. Can you tell us more?
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17.
Well, thanks for that.
He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
Oh, I'm sure you can tell us more than that. Why do you think she's a good girl? What did Angel do that was so cruel? Can you... I'm going to cast a bit of doubt on this. Try to open her up.
A nosy old hag like you
Oh
knows
dear.
everything about the people who live under the
I mean,
roof.
bad
Where
cop.
did she
I think she went to a bar.
Such a good girl.
She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
go? This bar have a name?
El Dorado Bar.
El Dorado.
Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
That would be consistent with the first victim's death also met her in a bar. Maybe he's gone bar to find disgruntled married women.
You've had a break-in?
No. That can't be true.
Well, it is. Surely I don't have to mention that's a lie and go, we've got a broken window there.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti.
Economical.
What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Well, surely we just point to the broken window and go, yes, you've had a break-in. Look, it's been broken in. What's going on?
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles.
Okay, early hours of the morning. So this was after her death.
Very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Okay, so the killer... Okay, broken in the early hours. We need to find out when she died. I can't remember. Can we go back through the logs? Oops. But with all the flies buzzing around her, that would suggest that she's been dead for quite some time. I'm just trying to get back to the coroner. That's cause of death, but what about time of death? Okay, that when he's saying Christ's sake in the intro cutscene when the flies are starting to buzz. Okay. Can't see anything about time of death. If it was like, did he break in the early hours, drag her off there, killed her? Or did he kill her if she died the night before? Pit down, pit down, pit down. Then he killed her the night before, deliberately left the house key to her apartment at the murder scene, and then broke in rather than taking the key with him. When did she say she was going? Yesterday, 9. So it would suggest that she was killed late last night. He left her key and what have you there, but then came back to her apartment and ransacked it. For what reason?
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
Well, that's a lie, because we know, because she's got a very smarmy grin on her face there. It's like, I've just pulled one over you. So, have you pocketed her charm bracelet because it's pretty and could be worth a bit?
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
That thing? She never wore it. He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
Kept it in that wooden
We
jewelry
can either
box.
front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at it, or we can check out the owner around.
Well, definitely go to the bar first, I'm thinking. But have I missed a jewelry box? Or did the killer come back to take the jewelry box? Is that why he came back? But how would he know about it if she's not wearing it? Why did he come back? I mean, he's properly turned the place over looking for something. So maybe she talked about the wedding and the jewellery when they first met in the bar. Assuming they met in the bar. Where's the lawnmobile? There it is. Call it the coalmobile. So where's the bar? Let's have a look. Yeah, just around the corner. Because I think again the husband's going to be a bit of a dead end, as in he's not the killer. Come on, Rusty.
You know the way. You can drive.
A nosy old hag? I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wives line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
El Dorado.
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah, me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. Well, what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no.
Who's this temp guy? There was a temp guy at the La Bamba Club.
It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Sam is taking me to Palm Springs. Where's that rock Hey, honey,
Delivered by hand to her.
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was going to show him.
And our killer friend who has a thing against like broken marriages took note. Is it that temp guy, that temp bartender? I cannot remember. Did he even give his name?
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Oh, hazard a guess.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there.
I saw a fruit market sign at the crime scene. So the killer followed her, dragged her into someplace a bit quiet and killed her.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
That seems truthful to me. What's that? Is it a clocking in card? You know, those machines that you would clock in and out? Yeah, I'm going to go with truth on this one.
She attracted any interest.
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aquilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
Eggs running.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs. You ought to meet those buddies. Nice. Say, honey, what time
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pig Fruit Market across the street.
Fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexicans love a little slice with their tequila.
Fine, thanks.
I'm gonna. So let's see. We're here. She goes across the street. Yeah, to use the phone. Someone in the bar makes excuses. What was the name of the bloody tent guy? Yeah, temp guy from the agency. I wish I could go back to La Bamba Club and go, what was that guy's name? And which agency? Can I chat more? Yeah. Yeah, that's the Just Pickles fruit market sign I remember seeing.
want a kiss? Refill my coffee next time. That's the cop from the newspaper.
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
And there's that absolutely fireproof sign in the building that we saw. And the finest ketchup in the world, there's the beef burger. So, she's heading over here, and the closest junction to the crime scene is here. Right, okay. Not giving me the clue to chase up about regarding the temp guy. But it might not have been him. It could have been just another random in the bar. So we'll go to the residence, I think. I'm trying to remember the conversation with the first temp guy. The second murder didn't involve a bar. With Deirdre Muller. Let's go back to the Lawmobile. Don't suppose you saw anything? Please work. Please work.
You're behind the wheel.
I'm trying to go through the
How about we
murder
drop
scene.
in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Just take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Oh, we're going into fisticuffs.
I got 100 pounds for my wife. Ain't gonna be so easy. Now look.
Oh, goes in the headbutt. And he goes down.
Damn. They got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, God damn it! Do you think I'd kill my own wife?
Should get the whole place going over and talk to the neighbors.
So our real killer should be dropping off a huge amount of evidence.
You don't call me Finbar.
Maybe he hasn't had the opportunity yet. Is he going to try and plant the bracelet here? Baseball bat by the side of the bed. What's that? Love letters?
Nothing significant. Just picked fruit market. I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
So they're selling booze inside. Oh, and he goes to El Dorado. That's a red flag.
The El Dorado must be a family favorite.
If they only broke up, was it 2 months ago? Maybe they went there several times. Oh, blood.
This will take some explaining.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of me. Got no alibi. No good. Nobody here.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
That's another red flag.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
Kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
Is there any point talking with the rest of these? Oh, I'm not even getting the option to knock. Okay, look like they're just expecting us to knock on the doors of the top floor. Okay. Oh, telephone. Let's see if the coroner's got anything for me. Right, let's just check how we're doing for time. Oh, we had completed the last quest by this time. This one's juicier. There's a blue one for the detective and the red one for the beat cops.
1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
He's good looking for a police. Message from Captain Donnelly, Detective. Your presence is requested urgently at Central Station. A new letter from the Dahlia killer has been found.
Thanks.
Oh well. Duty calls.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead?
Right.
You can drive. And where exactly are we going?
Oh, should we just try to just pick Fruit Market one more time? See if we can talk to them about the booze and witnesses to the murderer.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
I've been through 3. No big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself to the experience.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure, a woman taking control over his life.
Then she fronts him and he snaps. Works for me. That makes Angel a killer as well as a piece of shit.
3 times. You would have thought he would have learnt his lesson. That's a true definition of madness. Doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results. You're getting a bit rusty.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
Yeah. It was worth a shot just in case someone was going to be about by this time. So, oh, that's the bar. Where's Central?
Can you drive to this one?
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. You seen the body? Fucking case just gnaws away at the guts. Hollywood. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking sidewalk.
I'm gonna check the logs. Before we get into that, I just want to quickly check the logs of what was written on her corpse. Kiss the blood. Kiss the blood.
Captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick. We'll get rid of it. I want to make comments about
Technical services downstairs.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Boys, come on in. Fellas, have you met Finch Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of the cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the spares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and type from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Wipe it with gasoline. Okay, that's an interesting. I'll remember that. How change.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
I've changed my mind. You would not give a square deal. Fuck UBD text. I've changed my mind. You would not give a square deal. He
Upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
ill deeds thou, what was that? Ill deeds then be thou damned, beholding good, both infinite as in the universe, and thou and thy self-torturing solitude, an awful image of calm power. Though now thou sittest, let the hour come when thou must appear to be that which thou art internally. The hour come when thou must appear to be that which thou art internally, and after many a false and fruitless crime, fruit market, scorn track thy lagging falls through boundless space and time. HIBAATCT Sat Sketch. I'm just reading the first letter of the first word down the left hand side. Hibat, no. SATCT sketch. Tab hib, no.
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finnis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what does it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's super.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Okay. Interview Angel.
I don't need this.
I'm trying to remember that first case with Celine. He left with that Mendez guy. But we're assuming he's not the killer.
I'm just praying the prince comes through so I can nail this son.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment. That was the last time I saw her.
Okay, last contact, divorce proceeding, jewelry, blood-stained shirt.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
So she left the boarding house at 9. She was going to a bar. Then 3 hours later she turns up at yours. You have an argument, she leaves. That didn't make much sense. Let's use a bit of intuition on this one. Oh, truth or lie. Okay. Well, we're going to go with lie, I guess.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
Well, your neighbors say different.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right? But she went out and I went out after her and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford Coupe.
Just going back to the bar. Ba 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 ba. Keep going back, looking for the bar. But I asked for the time, but you never give me the time. It just told me that she went across the goddamn street.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Well, that's a lie.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far, and you lashed out.
I told you, I wouldn't accept a divorce.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
So she had been to the bar.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
So she had been to the bar, successfully got to the phone by the fruit market, got all the way back to his place at midnight, had that argument. She then left and jumped into the car of whoever she had called. Who then took her back to the fruit market and killed her?
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Well, that seems like the truth, doesn't it? But we don't know where it is. We don't know where the ring is either. Okay, so the killer took them, but if he didn't have it on him, we can't prove that. So I'm going to go with true for this one.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Oh well, that's BS. That's a lot of shaving blood. But I can't say a lie because I don't have anything to say. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to just doubt that.
Angel, I'm not gonna waste any more time on this. Give me something, or I'm gonna have you charged.
My brother, Hippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Right, okay, we're going to the fruit market, it seems.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
We're gonna pick some fruit.
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like him for it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making eyes at his woman? Please. We'll get to the market and the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off into the night. This case will be shut like all the others.
How can you choose?
He also doesn't look strong enough to be able to, you know, do that much damage to his wife's throat. He looks like pretty scrawny.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out after.
I just don't know how to dance to bebop.
Sir, Wait, you look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
Necklace, contact with victim, movement, okay.
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Okay, so we got that, oh, we didn't get a clue about her husband saying that he was always eyeing her up. So we can't accuse him of a lie. But we can certainly put a doubt in there. Back.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. But I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
Contact.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
Well, that looks shifty. I would want to say no to that because a brown Ford coupe picked her up. Unless, yeah, and you don't. The cabs are all yellow. Oh, I'm gonna go with lie.
She was brutally beaten soon after she left the bar. Clem, you sure you didn't drive her somewhere?
What are you suggesting?
All I can go for is the brown Ford coupe, I think.
I run an honest establishment, and I'm I'm trying to be helpful. Do I deserve this kind of treatment?
Okay, that wasn't right then.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Okay, tell me more about this.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem?
Shh.
So it was midnight. You could argue that the bar was closing, and so a temp bartender could have finished his job at midnight. And he'd been serving her drinks all night that she was crying into. And offered to give her a lift, but then if his intention was to kill her, why would he take her to her husband's first? Maybe he was working himself up to it. Maybe he was giving her a chance. Where's the phone?
Are you working Friday night? We should go out after.
No, nothing there. Kick. Wow. A few bottles?
No wonder he stays open late. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Oh, that does not look good.
I cut someone who was already dead.
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
Are we to believe that is the blunt instrument that caused the trauma? No, that's just taking me back over there. Is that a bowl of food on the edge there?
So
Hello.
what's hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Oh, well that's, what was it? Twist? No, go back. What was it again? I think it was 2 something or other. Back out, back out. $253, right. No, back out.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out after. I got a call back to that Universal Tourist line.
He's got the woman in his car. Right, yeah, so he goes back to her place to find incriminating evidence to plant on someone else. Why would she have a note with the code written down in it?
This fruit skull punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before he pulls his fucking arm.
Clem!
Well, car chase.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Out of the way, fellas!
I'm trying to shoot out his tires.
Oh, damn it!
Should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Nice jump. Oh!
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Hit him, Cole.
You can stab the tires from there! Shoot them!
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
Count your lucky stars, lady. That was too close.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the Marylands. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
He's as bent as a 9-bob bit, as my granddad would say. Valorous. The up and up. Silk stocking murder. Well, we obviously haven't got our right man there. But I think I'm going to leave it there for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like, subscribe. You can always join me on Patreon as well. And join me for the next episode. So until then, take care of yourself. And bye for now. Bye bye.